We're going to talk about the ingredients that we can use that are local to our areas during that time of the year. We're going to talk about some roasting. Using that all the flavors from the chicken are going to fall down. I'm going to cut straight down, but I'm not going to cut all the way through. And I'm just going to open it up a little bit. Now I'm going to take my knife and put it sideways instead. And I'm just milk is probably a pretty unusual thing to add to a meat sauce, it would seem, but the milk does an amazing thing. So it will. We could let this sit for a little bit, and it would, kind of come together a little bit more. But let's just go ahead and serve it right now. The temperature's coming. Fire 3 large chops, dressing side with an arugula. Add chicken dressing side and a side of Brussels sprouts.
This is Executive Chef Tom Small on a typical night, leading his team and turning out some extraordinary Italian cuisine.
Fire 2 beef bruschetta and a small punch of tomato. Them. When we cook with seasonal ingredients, then it's so much easier to get great flavors because the products are fresher and they're much closer by. So let's start with just a really simple apple. We've got our platter. Let's hold on to the plastic wrap on one side, and we're going to see if we can get her out of there. Oh yeah, no problem. We lift our plastic wrap off and set it to the side. You can smooth out any mistakes so nobody knows. Back out, but I want to start it a little runny so that the clams have something to cook in, so they don't get too dry too fast. I've got all my ingredients in the container. I'm going to just add my clams. It's really important when you're finishing pastas as well is that you let the noodles cook with the sauce for about a minute or so. That's going to give the noodles a chance to soak up some of the flavor. The sauce is still a little bit tight, and so I'm going to add just a little bit more pasta water, just to loosen it up a bit more. So I'm going to use a boning knife. A boning knife looks just like that. It's got a real rigid blade to it. It has a sharper point to it, and it's going to allow me to get into those joints and everything a little bit easier than my vegetable cleaver. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come right between the leg and the breast, and I'm just going to cut through that skin. I'm not cutting meat, I'm just cutting skin ways instead. And I'm just going to run my knife right along and just kind of open it up like a roll of paper as I go along. I want my knife to be flat so that I don't cut into the meat and cut a hole in it. If I do, it's not a big deal. We could let this sit for a little bit and it would, kind of come together a little bit more, but let's just go ahead and serve it right now. And I've got some cinnamon whipped cream. Remember, we didn't put any cinnamon or nutmeg or any of those flavors inside the bread pudding itself, but it would be great to have a little bit on top. We're going to turn it off the heat so we don't scorch the chocolate at all. And this is 12 ounces of dark chocolate. And use a good quality chocolate, like a chocolate bar or something that you like. There's a lot of really great brands and varieties that are available now.